Domhnall Dubh was a Scottish nobleman. He was the son of Aonghas Óg, chief of Clan Domhnall, and claimant to the Lordship of the Isles, which had been held by his grandfather John of Islay, Earl of Ross. While just an infant, Domhnall Dubh was captured by Cailean I, Earl of Argyll, and imprisoned in Innischonnel Castle in Loch Awe. He remained in captivity for most of his life. He died at Loch Awe.He in 1545. Early life. Domhnall Dubh was born in the late 15th century in the Western Isles of Scotland, the son of Aonghas Óg, chief of Clan Domhnall, and the grandson of John of Islay, Earl of Ross and Lord of the Isles. In 1476, John of Islay was stripped by the Scottish crown of many of his lands and titles, retaining the title Lord of the Isles, but only at the pleasure of the crown. Domhnall's father Aonghas, disgusted by this family humiliation, turned against John of Islay, rebelling against first his father and then the Scottish crown, both of which he defeated before being murdered by his Irish musician in 1490. Following Aonghas' death in 1490, the Crown launched a new campaign against the rebels of the northwest. Domhnall Dubh, who was then just an infant, was captured by Cailean I, Earl of Argyll. Domhnall was imprisoned in Innischonnel Castle in Loch Awe, escaped from captivity. In 1501 Domhnall escaped, with the aid of Torquil mac Leod, who may have had the connivance of the Earl of Argyll. Torquil was looking for a way to resist the power of his enemy Alexander Gordon, the Earl of Huntly, who was acting as the king's lieutenant. On August 13, 1502, the royal council decreed that Torquil was guilty of rebellion and he had no right to the lands under his possession. Huntly was ordered to gather forces in the north and take possession of the MacLeod lands. Moreover, the king prepared to deliver Owen, now a semi-retired courtier, back to the lordship in order to counter the effect given by the presence of Domhnall Dubh. Owen, however, never made the trip. Owen took ill and died at Dundee in 1503. Torquil and his ally Lachlan Macgillen of Jewett took the offensive against Huntly, and in December 1503 invaded and wrought devastation to Huntly's lordship of Badenoch. The royal island of Bute was also attacked by the Islesmen. The revolt continued until 1506, by which time Lachlan Macgillen had been detached from the cause, and Huntly's forces were able to isolate Torquil and Domhnall in the Outer Hebrides. In September 1506, after just 5 years of freedom, Domhnall was again captured. He remained in captivity for 37 years until he was released in 1543. The Northwest rose in revolt once more. After securing an alliance with England, Domhnall found himself in with a good chance of resurrecting the lordship of the Isles. However, this chance was destroyed when Domhnall died at Loch Awe.He in 1545. Ancestors.